This is the US Stove 2000 model. On my channel, you'll also see I've got the 2500 model reviewed. I've used it for a year now, the 2500, and it's turned out to be an excellent stove. It puts out a lot of heat, and it definitely cooks your wood. And this is the 2000 version. I've had this for about a week now, and it's been performing really well. The pipe or the venting on this is probably a total of 15 feet or maybe a little bit less than that, and about half of it is at an angle like this. So it goes up like this for 6 feet or so, then like this for about 7 or 8 feet, then like this for a couple of feet. And I do have it pretty high above my the edge of my house there, probably 4 feet above the side of the shop, I beg your pardon. So it has pretty good room for drafting. However, this stove does not draft as well as the 2500. You can see I've got this pulled out. They tell you to pull it out a 1/4 inch for a slow burn. So that would be a slow burn right there. And that, I would give that pretty much a slow burn, and then pull it out a little bit more for more heat. The one thing I've noticed about this stove, it does put out a lot of heat. So there's the plus. It does the job. On the downside, whenever you go outside and you look at your chimney, I do see some secondary smoke not being cooked off, right? You know, it's not burning every bit of smoke, because I can see some of it coming out the chimney. Some of that might be a little bit of steam, but you know, I can kind of recognize that there's a little bit of darkness to it, and it's not doing 100% secondary burn like I might expect. It will get that hot, but you have to have it more wide open to get the kind of secondary burn that you're looking for, where it's actually burning all that. And then at that point, you'll find that you're losing more of your heat up the thing there. So would I buy it again? Yes, I would. It really puts out a lot of heat. It gets our shop, which is about 30 by 30 inside. It'll get it from 45 up to 70, and not a lot of time. It's pretty warm, pretty fast. It's pretty miserly on the wood, so I'm very happy with that. We had a barrel stove in here last year, and you may have seen my my YouTube video on my gravity-fed pellet barrel stove, and that thing did a good job, but it wasn't made to last, and also it took too much attention, you know, and I needed to just have something I could throw some logs in and let it go. So this thing has been super good for that. I've got a fan behind it. The blower behind it, I did install the blower. It works okay, in my opinion. Having a fan blowing across the top of it and hitting on the side is far more effective at moving the heat. And so that's how we usually run it, is with the fan off to the side. But even right here, I'm starting to get pretty warm. I'm wanting to scoot back a little bit. It does a real good job. Though I guess the only thing that I would have that makes me not love this is because I'm comparing it to the 2500 model, which just in my opinion works better. And it's just in terms of the 2500, when you throw a log in there, it can be more or less more wet wood, and it will once your stove is real hot, it'll cook anything. It'll use more wet wood, and it'll complete secondary burn. This one, if you have wetter wood, you have to open it up farther. It's more picky. So I would say, to maximize the use out of this one, you just really have to pick and choose and get your wood really dry. We pull ours inside, so it's got time to really be dried off. We pick through it, making sure we set the wet pieces aside, and that helps a lot, because it is just a lot more picky to get the right kind of burn if you don't have really dry wood. So I got this for $500 on winter clearance. You know, probably spent $30 on piping, and it's great. It really does put off the heat. So for the thing, you can probably see the heat just radiating off of there. I probably couldn't keep my hand here for more than another 10 seconds or so. So it's a buy. I recommend it, especially at that price. You can't beat that. And this window here, this is many hours of burning. Probably 40 hours of having a fire in it. Clean as it was before. There's a little bit of ashes just from us. A log might fall up against it while burning, and a little bit of ash stays on there. But look, there's no darkening in it whatsoever. Anyway, if you want a pretty inexpensive, high efficiency secondary burn wood stove, I give a thumbs up to the US Stoves 2000. Thanks.